Welcome back, guys. This is just going to be a very quick overview of the 8 HP I bought, and I think I'm going to put it in the truck and see if it has clearance or if I'm going to have to do tunnel work. But we're not going to get into anything too specific, just a small update. Here's our 8 HP sitting next to our old 46RE. It's definitely much girthier in the middle and back than the 46. The front, of course, since the bell housing's the same, it might be a little thicker right here. Definitely a lot thicker in the back side. It's quite a bit shorter. Don't know what I'm going to do with the drive shaft yet. I'll figure that out. So I think bell housing all the way to here, I'm pretty sure will clear just fine. Where the floor dips down, I think, towards mine's the extended cab. Where the floor dips down, I believe that might hit. It's going to be close, but we're going to find out. Hopefully it just fits. Do gotta say, I've carried a 46RE and picked it up off the ground and out of the back of a truck. The 46RE is heavy. This one has been drained for a while. I drilled a hole in the pan and just let it run all the fluid out. And it's still heavy as crap. I can pick it up off the ground. Don't want to. The 8 HP, as it is way, way lighter. Still a hefty transmission, still a V8 trans, but much lighter. Some very expensive weight reduction. But I'm not going to record much else. I'm going to get it in the truck if it'll fit. It's going to fit. Ta-da! It's bolted up. Of course, not the transmission mount. You can see the angle of the dangle here. Everything's leaning back pretty far. I've got to make a transmission mount. But looking at the floor here, and if I push this up with my knees, I think that's about as high as it's going to go. So I think we're going to clear. We're going to be alright. That's pretty much going to be it for this video. Just wanted to give you an update. I'm actually working on it finally. Now I can start doing things. I'm going to make a map of the bolt pattern of this. I think I'm just going to make a piece that bolts here, here, and here. This one's actually broke off. It was broke off when I got it. I didn't notice it. I'm not going through the trouble of waiting for another one. I don't think it's going to matter. So it'll bolt here, here, and here. It'll come down 90 out. And then I think I'll just use a leaf spring, polyurethane leaf spring bushing in here with a shell. And I'll make that wrap down, bend, set right on top of the shell, weld it to it. And in my head it sounds really good and easy, and we'll see if that works out. That will probably be the next video, is me modeling that up. Well, I'm not going to video me modeling it up. I'm going to model it up. I'm going to order it, and then we'll just see if it works. And then if we got to do Rev 2 or Rev 1 or Rev 2, we'll get to it. We'll make it work. I'm not going to go through the effort of trying to figure out how to do this with a factory crossmember. I already had this one, so it's going to make it easy. This wouldn't be hard to make, but we're going to take advantage and use it. There's no dipstick to mess with on this. I think it fills from the bottom, I believe. Something weird. I mean, it's not weird. I didn't know that much about these to begin with. So, big old connector there. Cooler lines here, nice and simple. I don't think this has a Prindle at all. I think there's just park. And this thing is really spring-loaded and not park. Park? Because I can move this up and I can turn the output shaft, but if it's not pulled up, we're locked. Let's see. And let go, and locked. So I'll have to figure that out. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. The Challenger shifter or whatever I may use may have all that integrated and not be a problem at all. I'm really leaning towards the Sound German one. It may not have as much functionality for racing stuff like easy trans brake, easy other options, but I believe it might be the most reliable and it's most cost effective at this point. Plus I don't have to open the trans up. On the 240 with the 1U supercharged 1UZ, I really want that to be able to be a drift car. If I ever do this with that one, then I'll get the fancy controller. It's not like this thing's gonna hook. I'm not drag racing this thing. It's just a street toy. I mean, I will drag race it, but it's just a toy, something to play with. It's not gonna hook up on the street anyway. So not having a trans brake or easy trans brake option, not the end of the world. I'm sure you might be able to, and I'll have to actually email the Sound German engineering guy, because if the factory can do it, his controller might be able to do it. But I've got a Challenger. Mine is not auto. It is stick. But in the menu where you would do your launch control or your trans brake or any of those things, it's a pain in the ass. You gotta sit there and hold this for this long, hold this for that long, and then it activates. You can't just get up on the line, hit a button, and be ready to go. So if it's like that, I don't really want it. But that's it. I still gotta finish my brakes too. Calipers are mounted, rotors work, wheels are great. I ordered the adapters for the brake lines, and then I've just got to measure again because I already forgot what length. I didn't write it down, what length 3AN brake lines I need, and adapters for the banjo bolts in the back of the Brembos. So we got some stuff finally back in the works. Well, that's going to be it. It's probably a little shaky. I did this with my phone. It's been raining, so I wanted to get it done real quick. I wanted to see if it was going to fit without modifying the floor. Once I get to that point where a mount's holding it and I can start checking angles, maybe we got to mess with the floor. But I don't really think that's going to be a problem. There's not a whole lot of room to drop the engine down if I was going to do anything. If I can get by with dropping the engine a bit, I'd rather do that. But it's already really close to the cross member, and then the steering rack's right there too. But we'll do what we got to do. Right now I just want to get it going. I ordered a small block Mopar to Chevy. It's a 4L80 flywheel, so it has a starter ring on it, because that was the problem we're going to have with the 46RE flywheel stuff. Trying to adapt all that over is the starter ring is on the torque converter for the 46RE, but the starter ring on a Hemi's on the flex plate. Well, all the bolt patterns are different. Everything's different. So I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up welding my old flywheel, mainly the ring for the pickup for the crank. I'm going to end up using that, tacking it to the flywheel I'm ordering, and then the torque converter will bolt to that flywheel. And I believe I can use a Hemi starter, and it should just work. I think they're one tooth off. It's a 130 tooth. I think the Hemi's a 131. I've not done a whole lot of digging, but a quick Google searching, that's kind of what I found. So don't hold me to that. But they say it'll work, or I think it'll work. We'll find out. What else we got? Sound German Engineering is probably where we're going. I'll probably get the whole Challenger center console and put it in the truck. Hopefully that cable's part of it. I kind of wondered because the truck has a dial. The Ram trucks have a dial, so it was probably some electronic piece that takes it out of park. So I'm curious if on the Chargers and Challengers there's something else that's missing there. Hopefully it doesn't get way more expensive. Hopefully the shifter actually pulls that. Well, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. Just wanted to get you an update. Sorry it's a bit shaky. Did it with the phone. We'll see you in the next one.